Barcelona is quietly lining up a sequence of decisions that could define its season, and it all starts with one name, Frenkie de Jong. Behind the headlines about late goals and tactical tweaks, there's a chessboard of contracts and priorities unfolding at the club. Eric Garcia has been the season's quiet revelation, a player who has risen from prospect to reliable starter and who now wears the responsibility of a defensive leader. He has started every league game, shown positional versatility and leadership beyond his years, and in football terms, that usually means one thing: it's time to reward him. But Barcelona's board, driven by a need to balance ambition with caution, have signalled that Garcia's uplift will wait until the De Jong situation is settled. That decision is not petty, it's strategic. Securing De Jong first is about protecting the midfield spine flick trust, about ensuring the club's collective bargaining position, and about sending a message to the squad and to the market about who Barcelona sees as indispensable. That sequence, De Jong first, Garcia next, is what turns a simple renewal story into a potential domino effect. De Jong is not only a creative fulcrum, his contract status shapes wage flexibility across the entire roster. If Barcelona can ink a long-term deal with him, it stabilises Flick's midfield plan and frees the club to grant deserved raises to players like Garcia, who are currently among the lower earners despite their importance on the pitch. For Garcia, that means a handsome increment is likely on the table once the club's priorities are met. For the fans, it's reassurance that Barca will protect a core that has started to gel. But if the De Jong renewal hits obstacles, wage demands, outside suitors or disagreements over length and terms, the ripple could be severe. Barcelona might be forced into tough choices, from delaying other renewals to shifting transfer plans, or in the worst case, accepting the loss of a pivotal midfielder and reshaping the squad around that reality. The stakes go beyond contracts. Hansi Flick's influence is evident in these negotiations. The manager needs a dependable midfield and a settled backline to execute his vision. Keeping De Jong locks in the engine room, rewarding Garcia secures the defensive unit that has made Flick's transition smoother. The club's timing also matters because wages, image and squad harmony are all linked. A public tussle or a high-profile standoff over De Jong would ripple into negotiations with other players, from Garcia to Ferran Torres, who looms as the next logical contract conversation. Torres has shown goal-scoring promise and his contract runs beyond this season, but Barcelona will inevitably line up his renewal right after these two priorities. That order, midfield first, defence next, then attack, tells you how Barca sees its backbone. There is also wider signal to rivals and to the transfer market. When a club secures its midfield talisman, it broadcasts stability and reduces the odds of panic buying. Conversely, if Barca delays or loses out on De Jong, the market will sense vulnerability and stronger teams might probe for other Barca assets. Internally, players watch these moves closely. A fair contract sequence reinforces trust between the dressing room and the board, while delays or public wrangles can breed doubt. For fans, the hope is simple: reward the performers and keep the core intact so the team can build momentum, not dismantle it mid-season. In short, this is not just about two renewals, it's about how Barcelona balances talent management, wage reality and tactical continuity under Flick. It's about respecting the players who delivered and making shrewd decisions that keep Barca competitive domestically and in Europe. The coming weeks will reveal whether the club executes this plan cleanly or whether unexpected complications force difficult choices. For supporters who want certainty, the key question is clear: will Frenkie de Jong sign first, unlocking the chain that rewards Eric Garcia and reassures the squad, or will negotiations stall and force a reset of Barcelona's strategy? Tell me what you think. If you had to pick one outcome, would you prioritise locking down De Jong's midfield brilliance or securing Garcia's defensive rise first, and why? Keep watching, because the answer will shape Barcelona's season.